Get you, Barbara.
Was an excellent day for an exorcism.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
We have such sights to show you.
Who's laughing now?
I'll drive you crazy. I'll kill you all. I'm the best play you ever had. I am your worst dream come true. I'm everything you ever were afraid of.
They're here.
Conspiracy is that yes, there is a penis to every single woman on the planet. Yeah, sure, you have a wiener.
You
know, she totally cheered on that.
Shit!
Oh,
you got us.
Yeah. That was delicious. I downed that motherfucker. It was
Gender is fake.
good. Nah, you found out.
We're the
There's
same.
70.
You and me are exactly the same. We're exactly the same.
One of us a little prettier. I'm gonna say that right now. And you'll get there too one day. It's fine. I'm just kidding. We do have real stories for you guys, not this fake news we're talking about. Real stuff like aliens, like conspiracy on them, like Las Vegas, and I believe oh my gosh, Colorado and New Jersey. Sorry, Long Island. Wait, Long Island's in New Jersey, right?
New York.
Long Island. No, there's two of them. Right?
Long Island, New York.
No, I'm looking it up. I think I have the wrong. Oh God. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. People online.
Hi guys, look at my cactus. Isn't that so cute?
That is pretty sweet.
I know it is actually a distraction, but kind of not, because like aliens make me think of the desert, which makes me think of cacti, which I'm obsessed with.
We were both right. There's a Long Island, New Jersey, and Long Island, New York. The one I am thinking of is the one we need for tonight, which is a case that was broken by another YouTube channel, which I want to give him a shout out, Luis Lycia, who seems like he puts a lot of effort into the Nerd Report. I'm not going to show his video because it's kind of long, but look at the detail he put to it. I think that's pretty cool. Good for him. Yeah. Maybe I got to reach out to that guy. Maybe we'll give him a shout out one of these days. But it all ties into alien. I swear to God, it ties into cacti, it ties into aliens, it ties into delicious LaCroix. Okay, thank you.
Oh, of course. Also, in here I do have a picante style like a
picante.
I don't know why I emphasize the P. Picante.
From what?
Style. Stop.
Sorry.
You're making me forget what I'm talking about. I was just gonna call it tomato juice.
I thought that was better. No, that was on the money.
I'm starving too, by the way.
There's nothing wrong with snacks and what do you call it? Picante alcohol.
It's basically like a clamato.
Delicious.
Like a Bloody Mary.
That's what I was having the same, right?
Yeah,
I was having the same. And it was really good. You can see it. You barely could see because I downed it right before the camera pretty much turned on, but it was delicious. So if you know me, you guys know me out there. I'm not big on the tomato-based drinks, and that one I could have again. I think outside when it's real hot, you got ice in there. You know, just having a good time because it is summer now. It is hot.
Pretty delicious.
So that's a good summer drink right there. Tim, how you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Hi, Timothy.
Oh man, how was Vegas for you? I haven't talked to you since. He went to Vegas like the week before last, right? I think it was.
Oh my God! Birthday. So you've been there the whole time?
No.
Oh
But
God.
I just haven't had a chance to like talk to him since.
I
Like,
cannot imagine people that go to Vegas for anything other than just staying for like a weekend. I don't know.
I'll be there from Friday to Tuesday, and
I
I'm really glad I'll be busy the whole time working, or else I would go crazy. Like Vegas is Vegas. I love it, but look at those.
Yeah. Yeah, I can only do like when we go for like those little like little convention spurts on the weekends.
Because those are
Oh,
for sure like 3 days tops.
God,
when you're
as
out of
soon
there.
as you get there, people are handing you drinks. You're just drinking,
What
and
do
of
you-
course,
what
the
do you
first
mean when we
night.
get there? Miss, I downed half a bottle of Jack Daniels. Like, I'm a champ, and then car ride over there. That was awesome.
I know. I thought it was gonna be cool. Also, to be fair, I did lose my cat the night before.
You deserve. Yeah, no, I remember that's true. You deserve the booze, and you know what? We had a fun time
Well,
for the most part.
a couple of us did. Some of us did not have a good time. They're no longer with us. They're not dead. They're just not here.
Yeah, fucking Frankie, whatever. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, Goody, that's someone I do need more than a little bit. No, not small doses. I like big doses of Goody. All right, I miss your brother.
Oh, I know. You're so sweet. You sent us a little stuffy.
You call it. I haven't seen you in forever, brother. I'm sorry I don't go to the conventions in Fresno anymore.
I know. Fresno. No offense to you, but I do not like Fresno.
Really?
I love Goody, but I hate Fresno.
I like Fresno. Not like I would like move there or something like it. I think it's fun when I go up there because then again I was seeing people like Goody every time I went. I wouldn't go for like I don't know just to hang out. It was only going for those conventions, the people that I liked. And Tim, that'd be awesome, brother. I'll hit you up about that later because I don't leave till Friday, our week from Friday. Sorry, because tomorrow's Friday. So I'll probably hit you up that Miguel and his bank account like that right now. So coupons are like that right now.
It's like,
yeah.
and then the head falls
Someone
off.
kneecapped my finances and then decided to take the rest
They
of their
curb
anger.
stomped the shit out of your bank account.
They really did. They're like Indian burn fucking wallet and stuff. It was really rude, but nonetheless, the aliens are gonna take care of that because once we have their technology, money's gonna be useless. Like, why do you need money if everyone has everything they need? You know?
I think that's part of the reason why they don't want to tell us that there's other life out there, or why they've been so hesitant, because it's like, oh, these creatures don't pay taxes and they can tell us how to live without any of this stuff, and we won't be in control anymore.
You know what sucks though? Like, and this is not bad to those people who are doing that to us because I don't like them either. But I don't think as a society we could handle that much freedom. I think people would go fucking insane if they didn't have to work somewhat. I think people couldn't handle it for at least like a full 2 generations.
But I don't think we should have to fucking work ourselves to where we're starving in the streets and literally homeless if we aren't able to pay bills.
There's
there
that
has to
middle
be a
ground.
fucking balance.
Yeah, there's
like
that.
you have to. If you have a mental illness, fine, we'll fucking help you fix it. But if you can contribute, if you have able feet and able hands, you can fucking provide something.
Yeah, it doesn't have
You
to
can
be
do something.
You don't have to give 110% at a job you hate for the rest of your life. But if you can do something that benefits other people around you, you've benefited yourself as well.
And this is why I think the higher ups don't want us to know about aliens, because I don't think that they actually have a system in place where they're constantly struggling.
No, I think you don't get to travel that far without everybody being at a certain level to where you can. It's like families that, exponential wealth through families. Everyone's already like here. No one's going to like struggle. Like, oh, I can't pay rent. I can't keep my lights on. No, they're already like all that's taken care of. Mm-hmm. So together they can move to the next level.
Right.
And that's something that this is going more conspiracy than alien right now, but they don't want to see us do that across the board because then who's going to be the drones to take care of, building shit at all times for them,
right?
Or pumping.
Who's gonna do all this stuff so where we make all this money that keeps us from having to do anything?
Exactly. When you realize like what a few $1 trillion, what are we like 15 trillion in debt right now?
Oh god. Oh, and just recently just a few $1 trillion just happened to disappear just like before 9/11.
I was just talking about that too with Frankie. I don't know why we got onto conspiracies about 9/11. And I was like, I don't believe any of them except for the money one. That one is so hard to explain. It makes absolutely no sense. That aliens wouldn't even bother us with that shit.
I mean, if they actually hit the two towers with a plane, okay, fine, whatever. If that actually did happen, which I don't believe personally that it did. Them hitting the Pentagon, that for sure was a fucking conspiracy.
Right where they hit it?
Right there, that was a fucking lie.
Yeah.
The towers, okay, some people that say they were there never saw any planes. Some people that were there said they saw the planes. I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah, it's hard to like who do you decide with? Yeah.
For sure, the Pentagon. Oh, now, all of a sudden there's no cameras.
It's a one area where, like you said, the $1 trillion is being investigated, and now all that investigation is gone because what? Like what?
Oh, plane.
Yeah.
No plane parts. Where were the plane parts that supposedly crashed into the building?
I can believe the plane crashes, right? Like I can get to there, like okay, but I don't for 1 second believe they didn't know what was coming. And either they were like, we could stop this, sure, or we could use this for our advantage because we can get rid of some evidence we don't want them to see, and we can go and take over certain places that we need the oil of.
The fact that they were also practicing
same day, yeah, all those drills,
doing drills with airplanes crashing into buildings, and then Bush is like, oh no, I can't imagine our government doing that. I can't imagine our government would do specifically exactly everything that these people did. Like, what the fuck? Okay, sir. Mr. Bush.
Don't trust you.
Yeah.
But who I would trust is them damn aliens. Not the aliens that you showed me a second ago, because that's a scary alien.
Let's actually look at that really quick.
We'll go scary alien first.
Yeah.
So
some of you have for sure seen the movie Signs, and I know that a lot of people think that movie's goofy and it's silly, and you know, one of my favorite parts about the movie Signs is like when they put the tinfoil on their heads, and the aliens don't. So the aliens can't read our brains. But this, no.
Joaquin Phoenix at his height right here.
He was so fine.
All initial opinions are this is genuine. What you're about to see may disturb you.
It disturbed the shit out of me, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Move, children. Get the fuck out. They get you with a laugh, and then they get you with a fucking...
Yeah, so your guard's down, you're not like tense, and all of a sudden,
oh, you're tense, and then you see Joaquin Phoenix goofing around. Move, children. Like, look. See, that makes you laugh, right? And then you go back. Bam! Oh my god! Oh. Move, children. Let me loose. And then it scares the shit out of you.
Oh yeah, those kids should have ran already. Why are you still filming that corridor? Get out of there, you dum-dum.
Oh my god. He's behind! Boom.
That's exactly what you picture when you think of aliens. At least most of us.
You know what's crazy? In this video that I actually want to talk about, which I don't have on me, but I will talk about it. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen it at this point because it just happened like a month ago. So in Vegas, there was a family that recorded, or there was a family that had their Ring camera up who recorded like beams of light coming down from the sky.
That was like the gist of the footage though, right? It was just a light.
It's just, yeah, it was just on a Ring camera. And then that same night, there were cops who had body camera footage on. and they happened to see, like, one of the guy who was talking, who had the recording on his chest, said, "Oh, my partner saw a light too." And then you go back to the footage and you see this blue light, like literally coming down from the sky.
Suspect.
And then, not long after that, there was a family that called in to the police department, basically saying that there were like these 10-foot creatures, like these 10-foot beings, creatures, whatever they were, in their backyard. And so they come out and they start to look at it, and there's some video footage on someone's cell phone of like them, they had their guns out.
Yeah.
Like they were, you don't have your fucking gun out if you're not scared.
Something's happening.
These people saw fucking something. There's no doubt in my mind that they saw anything, because there's no way that they would be that scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you're doing a hoax or whatever, you'd be like, oh, like, I don't know. I think like you would be able to tell that it was fucking fake, right? Like,
I totally agree with that. And with the call, because a lot of people were saying, oh, they sounded too calm.
It's like, why would you call the police if you're trying to, if it's a hoax, you wouldn't actually call the cops, because you can get in fucking trouble for false 911 calls.
If you see shit like that, like, you're not going to freak out on the phone because they'll never believe you.
Right.
You need to be as calm as possible to talk to, like, how do you describe, like, I'm seeing something that no one else has maybe ever fucking seen.
They said they were 8 to 10 feet with big eyes and big mouths.
That's already terrifying.
And that's fucking crazy.
That's Yao Ming right there, which bigger eyes. He's got tiny eyes. But all racism aside, first of all, Vegas, I mean, there's plenty of LSD in Vegas. I'm sure, like, you could write it away.
An entire family.
And the police.
And the cops.
Yeah, you can't.
Admitting that they saw something too. And it's crazy because supposedly there was like this little crop circle or something weird behind their house after like the thing had fallen. But then later, when people like internet sleuths went to go look for it, they said that basically like, oh, that's been there since 2022.
Ah, so someone just kind of added it to the story.
Right, but part of me is like, why would that crop circle still be there after almost like over a year? Okay, whatever.
What's up, Richard?
Hi, Richard.
Now, here's the thing: that most of the crop circles like are debunked. That's the one that like they really got, because very bored farmers and especially their kids are making circles because they got nothing better to do and they want to ruin their father's corn. Everybody knows that. You want to piss off your dad, and it's not like you can. Let's say, well, back in the day, if Mary Sue or Mary Elizabeth Putnam wants to upset her dad, she couldn't date the only black guy in town because there's no black guys in town. So she had to ruin his corn.
So she had to go and individually bend every single corn.
No.
And spend hours and hours and hours a day doing it.
I saw a device that they used to make the shapes, and it was really fucking cool because this dude would like, he started doing his own artwork in the corn maze, and it was really awesome. And it was to the point where like, okay, so that's how they could do it. They wanted to fake it, fine. So the corn maze or the corn sightings have never been a thing for me. the crop circles. The thing is though, especially like a case like this, there's one in England called Rendlesham, which happened right over a military base between the U.S. and England. And in that place, they're not willing to admit it, but they also have to kind of admit it. There's nuclear weapons there. And they were testing their Geiger counters, making sure everything's working.
That, for me, when you say nuclear weapons, I'm like, oh, yeah, the aliens are going to be there.
You got to check it out. Because that's what they've been doing since, like, right after we made the bomb. Like they've been coming to check
because
it all
they're like, you better not fucking detonate that shit.
We need the
You
plane.
better not. Like, I feel like, oh my God, if anything does happen to the universe, it's going to be Earth. Earth's leaders. I'm not saying Earth. But it's going to be
those fuckers.
The people in charge of us, which is crazy that they made themselves in charge.
Why would you want to be in charge of all shit? It's so stressful.
Money and power for what?
Yeah, I stress out like having to take care of like the kids when I have to babysit. That's 5 kids. That's enough.
I usually only I have to take care of at the most 2 toddlers.
That's stressful as fuck.
And I'm like, I can't imagine wanting to make decisions to either fuck over or benefit the entire universe or world, the planet.
Even with the best intentions, that's probably even worse, more stressful.
Yeah, because you're gonna fuck somebody over no matter what you do, and just making little decisions are just easy for me.
I don't want any authority.
I don't want responsibility.
I'm like on Always Sunny, Dennis. I don't want power. I want the illusion of power. Okay.
That's so funny
So
because
real.
that's so true. That's what people really want. They would want to think that's how they get us with voting.
Really is. You feel in control for
Mhm.
that half a second, and that sticker is just like dopamine.
Yes, I did something in my community. And then they're like, fuck your community.
You voted for this guy? Well, fuck that guy. Throw him to the side. I saw this documentary about Mars attacking Earth. It doesn't look good for Earth. You got to communicate by saying, actually, I did see some of that documentary, and it turns out there's a certain frequency we can use to fight said Martians, and their brains get splattered when a heavyweight punches them enough. That was my fucking favorite scene of any alien movie. Oh, you got the mean green machine, the world champion of the world, and he fucking boxes like 3 of the aliens before they all jump him. And I'm like, that dude saw an alien, super advanced civilization. He's like, I'm gonna give them these hands, and they're gonna know who's in charge. And you know what? They did know who was in charge for a moment.
Oh, that's funny. Well, Will Smith, you know, he took out some aliens.
He punched an
That was
alien
pretty
too.
cool.
We have to have an alien punching course in college or in high school. Like, enough of this, like, oh, you have to take calculus. Nobody knows how to punch an alien properly, but
That's
2
so
guys
funny.
on the whole planet.
I'm surprised with all the alien movies that we've covered too that we haven't done Independence Day. We have to do that next month.
I think we got to make a whole like top 10 alien movies episode.
Yeah, let's
Because
do
I
it.
would absolutely throw
I'm
Mars
down.
Attacks in there. Mars Attacks and oh man, I know it wasn't everyone's favorite, but I really liked it with Mila Jovovich. The Fourth Kind.
Okay.
Have you seen that one?
The Fourth Kind?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's in,
I've heard of it. No.
Oh, okay, never mind. I
It
won't
just
spoil it.
you said that it made me think of The Fifth Element, which she's almost in.
Oh, crap,
Also,
that is her.
okay.
Oh, she's so pretty.
Yeah, she is.
You call it. That's why I love the Resident Evils, even though they're terrible. Just because of her, I think.
Yeah, she's dope.
Yeah. But
She's like Russian, Ukrainian, or something.
I think a little bit of both, or maybe Serbian.
Some of them. Oh.
All I know.
No, not Mac and Me. No.
What's wrong with Mac and Me?
No.
Spaced.
That alien grosses me and scares me. Like it grosses me out and scares the shit out of me.
There is a Mac and Me / E.T. I don't know. I think it's just an E.T. ripoff. I will find it because they like reference E.T. in there. And this thing is so fucking creepy looking, but still talking to
I
kids.
was also terrified of E.T. as a child.
It's
As I
creepy
got a
looking.
little older, I was okay with him. It's like this fucking wrinkled ball sack.
Gross looking.
And then Mac and Me, it's just like with his little, like what
No.
I don't like. His eyes creep me out. His mouth creeped me out. I don't know. I didn't want anything to do with it.
You know what? I'm actually on board with that. I don't like friendly aliens. I like the fighting. Either we got to work with them, because to survive,
Mm-hmm.
or we got to kill them.
Right.
We got to kill these aliens. Step.
Oh, speaking of killing, something that may not have happened, but it's possible.
Possible.
I'm scared because we don't know. Nobody's heard from the family that actually called the police and reported these aliens.
Oh shit.
And there were suspicious vehicles hanging out around, like outside of their house. Supposedly the government was like, oh no, they're just ex-police officers hanging out to see if something happened to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ex-police officers always do that.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Fuck you. Like, I think the house has been dark for a while, people are saying. Like, the neighbors haven't been seen. The house is dark. I think something happened to those people.
Like those kind of cars sound Men in Black.
They're like Men in Black, like memories getting erased somewhere.
Maybe.
Or they've been silenced in a way.
I think it'd be easier to put them down, unfortunately, and just say, "Oh yeah, they moved because they didn't after that experience they couldn't
Yeah,
be here
they got
anymore."
so scared that they moved away.
moved.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if that's happened with people that like move out of haunted houses.
Oh yeah, and then someone moves
Oh
in.
my God. Oh, these people, they moved. Oh, they just couldn't handle it. They moved.
Yeah, and that's especially true for like if you what is it the oh gosh Poltergeist no not Poltergeist the Amityville home
Oh
the
my
family
God.
what was the family's name
I don't
the
remember.
DeLucas or something. It was very Italian. I'm sorry, it was very Italian. But their family moved out because of the murders. Obviously, new family moves in, horrible experiences of paranormal. Next family, same situation. All of a sudden, third family's like, no, nothing ever happens here. Like, you're telling me that these two families are completely lying, especially since the second one had like no monetary gain from it. Just the fact they got an okay deal on a house.
Yeah.
They're gonna make up all this shit to like, yeah, we're gonna make money.
Nobody just fucking leaves their house that they pour like thousands of dollars into unless they feel like there's something wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't. There's no way.
No, God, no. Alf. Sorry, well, Alf is cool because I don't like cats all that much, so eat a couple of them. It's fine. No, he's a dick. That's not cool. You don't eat people's cats. You gotta ask permission. Anyway, Skinwalker Ranch is another good one, but that goes.
We did kind of talk about that a little bit in the past.
Do you remember if they ever went through with the TV show?
I don't remember.
Because I know they have one for that. Either it was Roanoke Island. They have like one season of, and then they had one for that treasure hunting island. Oh gosh, I forgot that one. I think Skinwalker also got at least one season because there's a few people who poured just a bunch of money into Skinwalker Ranch.
What network would it be on?
I think it was Travel Channel for some reason.
Okay.
Because they do a lot of that kind of stuff.
I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar to me, to be honest.
Richard, you can help me out. Look that up for me. I don't want to look at my phone too much from that.
Yes, please.
But Skinwalker, basically, we talked about a similar story with Nope for quite a while because I loved that movie, and it's the exact same idea. It's a secluded farm where the farmers were the first people to experience it, and then in Nope, obviously, it goes way further where they actually see the alien and they kind of fight it, kind of don't. They're just trying to get pictures of it. It's not really a fight movie. It's not an action. It's more of a horror. But the stories I've heard of Skinwalker, they also fought some things. They saw a wolf that was like twice the size of a regular wolf. They shot it several times and it didn't die because it was killing cattle and coming after one of the sons, but never hurt anybody that I remember. I will have to relook up that one because Skinwalker is a huge like labyrinth of information on its own.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a whole separate thing from aliens for sure. I think the Skinwalkers are probably just something that's maybe been here the whole time.
The premise of Skinwalker, that's just the name of it because there's no Skinwalker story to it other than like a little bit of old Native American folktale.
Okay, because that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like when I hear Skinwalker, I think like
Straight
full
to the
Native American stories. I don't think any like
flying around
aliens or
shit. Yeah.
anything.
No. It's mainly like either the wolf was more the cryptid sighting, like Skinwalker, but there's also the extra dimensional creatures they saw. Like they had the heat camera set up, and things would come.
Oh, I see.
In the picture and then out of picture without leaving frame.
Right.
It was just right in front of your face. Like you take a snapshot and it's there. Take another one and it's gone. And then they did see some things flying. Cameras would go off all the time. Interference from other electronics, which they didn't have out there. It's very far out. The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch is on History Channel and Netflix. There we go. I will look that up then.
I love secrets.
What do you call it? I want all them skin secrets. Oh, that sounds weird.
All right. So one little tiny story that I have that I don't actually have any follow-up on. I don't have any actual real details because this is just a story that Joey told me. He said that he heard a story about some ranchers that live near Area 51, and they were outside at night, of course. They have like livestock, so they were just doing the rounds, going out, making sure there's no coyotes trying to eat their fucking cattle or, you know, whatever it is that they have out there.
Yeah.
See that? I don't even know 100%. But they were like looking through their thermal imaging, like sort of binocular type deals that you can get. And I'm sure they use them so that they can look for like predators and stuff around their livestock. And they just happened to look through and they saw two creatures that didn't look like anything they've ever seen before, like standing upright, not humans, but something else maybe. But they were not on all fours. They were just, I don't know, it creeped them out, but they were going south. Yeah, near Area 51, that's super suspicious to me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially two like creatures, like something must have like slipped past maybe like Area 51 security.
Yeah, containment can't be perfect because sooner or later something that we don't understand, you think you can contain it like that?
Yeah, there's gotta be ways. That's probably what all this shit's going around like too. In our world, shit's probably just escaped Area 51. Like they thought they could fucking contain it, and they've probably been doing studies on this shit for years, and like some of them are like escaping little by little.
I would be pissed off if I was trapped by a bunch of dudes and like experimented on. No, I would go around killing things.
I know, of course, but no, we don't know if they actually killed anybody or anything. But they saw these little creatures that were not. They were like humanoid-ish. Like they had two legs and like the shape of a body, but like they couldn't tell if they were like an animal or something. So it's definitely creepy. Something, especially like I said, near Area 51. That's insane.
Yeah, that's just ripe for conspiracy. Even if it's just something as simple as it was lab testing on monkeys and the monkeys got out. Like,
right.
If you even allow that to happen near Area 51 and I see something walking on two legs, I'm gonna say it's aliens.
Or it could have been two employees that should have been on the job, but were not.
Sure. Yeah, they could have
sneaking away to do something they shouldn't have been doing.
Zach hits on Heather and gets her to go smoke Jay outside, and all of a sudden,
or Zach hits on Brian.
Brian's all, my wife can't find out about this, and runs back to I'm an alien, I'm not gay. Like, bro, just be gay. It's fine.
Totally cool. There you go. It could have been Zach and Brian.
Could have been. I think that's a much more probable situation.
To be honest,
because Heather would never go for Zach. Fuck that. Damn it. But no, there was a call-in show, and it was about Los Alamos, which is another base, like kind of like Area 51, if I remember correctly.
Never forget the Alamo. Oh wait, no, not the same.
Not quite the same, but don't forget this one. Because this dude was just working like front door security, right? But he was doing such a good job at the last stop to give him a little more, access, a little more access, until he could be at this base where he was not given a car to get to his position. He had to ride a bike, and it goes down into the mountain like a good 1.5 miles on the slope.
Oh no!
And to get out, it's uphill.
Oh
so it's like, so whatever's in there, they want to slow it down as it's trying to get out of the situation. That's what he assumes. But every night, since he has no electronics other than a flashlight, he's just sitting at this desk bored as fuck until he hears screams coming from the other room. And one day he has to open the door. It's like no one else is responding. The lights in the room went out. And he just remembers getting a really bad headache. And they don't get more story out of him because he's like, he was not moving. Or he was not trying to be found. Excuse me. He was on the move, like nonstop. But after that moment, he started getting headaches. He went to the doctors. He has a very weird brain tumor now. Like, was not in his situation before that. So whatever they were experimenting on, he said it was an electrical thing. Whatever it was, he thinks was living, because now he's starting to get these weird dreams and little flashbacks of the time he passed out.
Weird.
And I firmly believe the story. I don't know what was about him that made it sound so believable. But it didn't sound like an acting. I wish I could find that call-in show. I don't think it was Coast to Coast, but I definitely have listened to Coast, Richard. It's a great show. And then rest in peace. Was it what was his name? Oh my gosh, Richard, tell me the original host name, because that dude passed away. And it was those guys that, like, no matter what the story was, you try to give them their credence. Like, oh yeah, the Jewish werewolves are coming to take over the city. Like, oh, what about them? Oh,
You
tell me
sound
more.
like Alex Jones.
Art Bell. No, it was totally like Alex Jones kind of people. And Art Bell, yes, Art Bell. I think Art LaBelle, but that's the R&B guy.
Art LaBelle.
Yeah, Art Bell though is the other one. It's different guys, I promise. But Art Bell was very, very sincere, and he was very compassionate, and he very much tried to give everyone their due.
Wow.
And a lot of it was like, sure, it would be aliens, but then like,
Hi, Gary.
Gary in the house, good to see you, brother. Was also like Lord Royale, the cult leader who's doesn't have a cult. Like guys like him would call in from time to time. He just has to listen to their bullshit while trying to suss out the other guys who might actually be talking about some truth.
Yeah.
I love Art Bell, even though he's gone now for quite a few years, I believe. So rest in peace. One of those.
I'm not Catholic, but
You figured it. You got it close enough. He knows what you're trying. He's like, it counts. Throws the extra point. Boom. Get an extra wafer at church.
Right.
I'm just kidding. That was not real.
I liked the grape juice. The grape juice. I wanted the wine.
We still get alcohol in ours.
Really?
Yeah, the kids.
Well,
every
we
Sunday.
went to a Pentecostal church. They did not give wine at all.
Switch it up.
It was grape juice at all times, and these flavorless fucking little papery rounds.
We get those. Yeah, we get those. Yep. I actually love the way they. I don't know why. Maybe because it had them since I was a kid.
Well, you
So
know
it's like-
what's funny? It's like you get the wafer and then you take the little grape juice and then it just dissolves.
Really. You go to Mexico. There's a. They sell that shit in like colorful ones.
Oh my god.
They're not even sweet. I swear to God, same flavor. They're just different colors and maybe a little bit thinner.
That's
Like
so
that's just
funny.
fucking flour and
Oh my
water.
god. Was it like a rice paper?
I think it was. Yeah, it was just like it was rice paper. Instead of rice, you use wheat, so it's fucking disco of flavorless
Jeez.
nothing.
Because you know, if you use like rice paper, it just turns into like
it
it just
just
disappears. Like it turns rubbery at first, and then just it's gone.
Art also said to keep an open mind. He also didn't rule out some stuff as fake. He just didn't come out and say it. Yeah, he absolutely didn't like shove in your face his opinion about it. Obviously, he wouldn't like stand for people just going on there to be assholes. But there was a few conversations, and I believe there was one where they were trying to perform a ritual. Like there was a cult out of San Francisco, and they asked a bunch of other practicings across the country to say a prayer at the same time, and they wanted to perform a big ritual. And Art was like, okay, well, you could mention it on the show, and then you do it when you want to do it. You call in, we'll see what happens. No biggie. Their power and backup power shut off whenever they try to get it to go through.
Oh shit.
So it's like, this has not happened to us before. There might be something to this. We're gonna try another time. Never mind. So it's like he might have stumbled onto some either real or real powerful stuff. So
it's crazy.
That could be another like 5-part, just Art Bell himself.
Artie LaBelle. All right. Well, I guess the last sort of story I have for you, a video I had you watch earlier, basically like an interview of a guy saying like this guy's basically being like told that he's a liar about some of this stuff that he's been talking about. So David Grush was a former Air Force intelligence officer and turned whistleblower, apparently, has been saying that the U.S. is hiding information about UFOs and how they're trying to reverse engineer them. And the Pentagon completely just denying that this guy is telling the truth, of course, which, you know, then again, the Pentagon did lose us $2.3 trillion before 9/11. That all goes back to that fucking 9/11 shit.
Where did that money go? Maybe into reverse engineering some fucking alien ships.
Who knows? But yeah, basically there's this guy who used to work for the government that's saying, yeah,
This happened.
this is really happening, and the government's like, imagine this is like their foot and this is like his head.
Yeah, okay. Just a bitch. Here's the thing though too. It's not like he's the first guy to say this.
No, it's been happening for years.
It just seems like he's the first guy they've really tried to discredit, which makes me believe him all the more.
It's so crazy because there's like this hearing going on now too
Yeah,
about like I don't know if it's like the government being held accountable for lying to us, and like all these people are like coming out against them now because it's so like there's no coverage on this.
No, you won't see it either.
There is no coverage whatsoever, but it's fucking crazy.
You've got the war in Ukraine, and you've got the rich people.
The war in Ukraine? You mean the money laundering and sex trafficking in Ukraine? Okay.
They didn't need a war to do that. They've been doing that for years. That's so fucking
right,
messed
but
up.
now that there's war, it's like, oh, all these orphan children, guess where they're gonna go?
You're gonna work in this factory you've never heard of.
Oh, trafficking. That's what's happening in the Ukraine, and we unfortunately are funding it.
Or what do you call it? A lot of people are buying it. It's ridiculous. What do you call it? It's there's more slavery today than there's ever been in the world.
It's fucking crazy, and the fact that like this is what happens when there's war. Where do you think all these orphan kids go?
Yeah, you can't expect like, oh, they're just gonna take over to the lease to the house that their parents used to, or their father used to do.
They get put in fucking foster care.
Paperwork shuffled, gone.
Yep.
Fucking kids gone.
Yep. And it happens here. It happens everywhere. It happens in Mexico when kids cross the border.
Yeah.
It happened when there was war in fucking Vietnam.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Anytime there's a war in Africa, Haiti, a disaster.
Oh
the fucking disaster. All those fucking kids that were homeless after the fucking earthquakes and shit.
You don't even have to have a war or a disaster. They just, some poor woman wants to move to a new country, gets a work visa, and then the person she's living with takes her identification and forces her to say
it's fucking crazy.
Everywhere, and you should be frightened all the time.
I wish the aliens would come down and fucking put a stop to that. At least if they don't want us killing each other, fine. At least don't let the children suffer anymore.
Like, yeah, the kids are the more important part.
Like, please, if you're gonna beam anybody up, let it be the kids.
Yeah, I know
If
I already messed up
anything.
my own life, but the kids didn't do it to themselves.
Right.
That's a big difference.
If you're gonna beam anybody up, let it be the kids and let them live a good life.
Yes. Then again, I don't know. They're just gonna show up, take all the kids. Like, now we have a new slave labor force. Woohoo!
No, I don't think so.
How do the aliens get to be aliens? By enslaving other non-advanced civilizations.
Well, they don't need to enslave anyone because they're too intelligent for slaves.
I don't think that's the thing.
I think they have the technology not to have slaves.
I think the technology runs on slaves. I think it runs like instead of
You think so?
instead of like AA batteries, it's like 2 slave children per slot.
Oh, like Monsters Inc., where they have to fucking
the screams. Oh God, yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. If the asteroid hits, bro.
I think so.
If they're expecting an asteroid, we'll have to meet where it's gonna hit so we can party underneath the asteroid.
Dude, I would love for the asteroid to just hit right above my house. That way, in a second, I don't know it's coming. I don't feel it. I'm just like, oh, what's that earthquake? And then boom, I'm in another dimension one day. I'm like, oh, this is fucking dope.
There's a movie called How It Ends. Did you hear about the one Don't Look Up?
I did see that.
This one's kind of like that.
It kind of Don't Look Up made me sad, but then again, it's like, yeah, that's the reality, I think.
This one focuses more on regular individuals living out their last few days, like right before the asteroid hits, and it's really nice to see like just what people would do in those last moments. And a lot of it was like, make up with people. I'm gonna go sing in the streets. I'm gonna forgive my younger self for this.
I'd probably just be singing in the street.
I
just
love
in
that
front
part.
of my house getting drunk, like with a karaoke machine.
there was a teacher's like, I never wanted to teach kids. These kids suck. So I'm gonna sing what I want. She made her own song.
That's
started playing it.
amazing.
It's like
I have to watch that. What's it called?
How It Ends.
How It Ends.
Yeah. And,
Okay.
it gets a little like meta because everybody, at least a lot of people, are trying to talk to like a younger version of themselves,
Oh.
and they have conversations with themselves. And
That's
I like.
kind of weird. I don't give a fuck about my younger self at that point.
It was a weird plot twist, but it was nice. It was like, their inner child or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
All I know is like it really made the story move along. I
Yeah,
liked it.
I was gonna say I care about me in that moment. What I would do.
Right now, yeah. It's like, oh, you're gonna go rob a bank? No, I'm not gonna rob a bank. What do you need money for?
Yeah, for real. What
Yeah.
do you need money for? I would just tell Joey not to go to work.
No.
We would just, hey, just come grab the dogs, come outside with me. We'll float around in the pool. We'll like hang out in our garden. We'll drink. We'll do some mushrooms.
Beautiful way to go. Beautiful way to do it.
Yeah, probably mushrooms for sure, especially because like you're already getting that like that last minute like, oh no, not mushrooms, it's DMT, the one that you like the feeling you get before you die.
Yeah.
That's what DMT is. So I would just be like,
that would be a
let's
good
just do some fucking DMT. Let's give it to the dogs.
Go for it. No, I think at that moment, as soon as the asteroid's coming and everyone's
that's
freaked
what
out,
I'm saying.
that's when
Let's just
that's
do
when the aliens
DMT.
come. And they like knock it to the side, like, oh, you guys thought.
And then we're all high on DMT.
Yeah. They're aliens. Are those real? Are those real? And then no one knows if anything's been real for like the last like
Or it could
24
be
hours. Shit, we didn't even talk. It's been there the entire time. We haven't talked to Invader Zim. Holy shit.
I love this fucking show.
Oh my god, Gert is the best.
I can still see you.
I love the costume too. Though this is a dog. Yeah, sure.
I know, like,
Green
what
dog.
kind of dog looks like this? You can clearly see like the zipper in the front
Fucking
too.
love
It's
it.
so funny.
The big ass
So
fake
funny.
eyeballs he puts on over his red eyes. Oh god, I'm gonna restart that. I don't know where to find it, but I'm gonna find it.
Joey has all the DVDs.
Smart. That's very important, by the way. If you want to actually,
He's
own
had them
something, you gotta own
since
it.
freaking high school. Like he was an avid, like he's the one who got me into it.
Fuck
So
yeah.
now I'm like Invader's name, everything. My nickname for him, funny enough, that's why I call him Piggy, is because of the little rat pig.
Oh my
He's
god.
like on the, and then where did the last piggy go?
Oh my god.
Where the piggy was like his best friend.
Yeah.
So that's because the piggy was his best friend. That's why I called Joey Piggy.
Fuck yes.
It's an Invader Zim reference.
The asteroid stops right before it hits us. An alien gets out. It says psych. That would be.
Psych! I'd be
fucking-
so fucking mad.
I'd like fuck you aliens. I want to be a human and be even worse now.
Give me some DMT, please.
Now give us some space technology, you stick, and get out of here.
Give me some space dust.
I wanted to, because like
Space dust.
I was, because did I tell you Valentina went to that camp for math and sciences over at Fresno? Yeah, 13 years old, he's over there doing his thing,
No shit.
and they're talking about rocket propulsion.
Oh my god.
What are you going to learn at 13? Like, well, we did this, and I'm like, they're trying, because Bezos invested like half of his fortune into this company that's supposed to go to a asteroid. They're gonna land on it and bring it into our orbit so they can mine it for the materials.
Oh my god.
So they're talking about like
almost like Armageddon type shit.
well, this would be like if all the mines in the world times 20 were put onto a rock and we just like had it floating around us. So they have this infinite ball of money for themselves.
Wow.
And I'm like, that sounds crazy. I mean, that's cool in like 100 years. Sure, why not? And I'm like, oh no, Valentin, my little brother, is talking about the math for that stuff in 8th grade.
So they're just using these little children for like, oh, let me take your
knowledge, yeah. I mean, they've been doing that to smart people forever,
I know it's
It's
really
fucked up,
fucking sad. Black women,
Yeah, you look at the movie,
gay men, like
Hidden Figures,
Tesla.
the dude on oh gosh, the first openly gay politician in San Francisco assassinated.
Oh,
San
the guy
Francisco.
in the movie Milk.
Yes.
What's his name? Milk? Harvey Milk?
Harvey
no.
Milk, yeah.
Was it Harvey Milk?
Harvey or Hardy? I think
Something
it's
Milk.
Harvey. But
Which is interesting that his name was Milk.
that's a good name. I think that's actually a pretty solid name. Oh, we're the milk. We're fresh, don't worry. But
Full
they're
of protein, calcium.
the things that we're like we think are alien now for ourselves. It's only like the next generation, and we can sit here and like, oh, those fuckers are going to Mars, so I'm just gonna stay here.
Right.
Like,
You know what's so crazy? Thinking back to like in the 60s when they started talking about aliens and shit. Like my dad like immigrated to this country not long after that. They started calling immigrants aliens because they were so weird and different.
Yeah.
You know,
or alien to us. Ooh.
yeah, aliens. Like, wow, that's like we've come a long way from that too. To be honest, illegal aliens. Like, I don't hear anybody calling unless they're like old, like white men, like in.
Well, my grandma used to.
Like political.
Those old timers who got their brains stuck.
Illegal aliens. It's like, no, they're immigrants.
You can say illegal immigration, sure, yes, but
yeah, right.
No
but
an
like aliens, like I never pictured my dad as an alien. He's just a tiny little Cuban man.
It's like you know, in Florida, he ain't the alien one, right? You are. But, yeah, come on, he's the one with the normal practices and cultural, incentives. It's like you go to anywhere in Southern California. That guy trying to pass in from Mexico is not alien here. He very much fits in.
Right.
But I digress on that. I just find it fascinating that no matter how crazy things get up there, people are making crazy shit too at all times.
It's crazy that we're trying to get up there too. When like I guarantee we don't even have to do that. I guarantee the aliens will come down here eventually. If we stop probing out there.
I just don't think they like us enough. I think we're not. It's like
maybe that's why then we should stop fucking trying, because if we don't want to piss them off, in my opinion, I don't want to make them mad. Trying to spread our disgusting human diseases to other planets.
Well, from this one thing, I think it's called Humanity Fuck Yeah. It's a Reddit source, and they do a lot of like hypothetical stories. Like a lot of guys, like they just do free floating stories they think of like. What would it be like to encounter aliens, or what they keep us around for? And 90% of them are like, humans are hot. They want human bodies.
Are you serious?
And I'm like,
really?
What if that's what it is? Because you know how many stories there's always probing of humans. They're always probing us. And what if that's just like, these humans are pretty sexy. What if that's what it is?
Ripping our buttholes for our DNA. Like, we need to make more hotter ones.
Yeah, what if they're doing that? And I'm like, that's terrifying. What about the ocean? What do you think is under the water?
More aliens?
Nah, it's all just follow Jason Statham and Meg 2. That's all that's under the ocean. Fucking hate those movies. I'm so mad. Oh, I gotta go fight me a shark underwater because I could drive real good and do kung fu. Like, you don't.
Stupid. Kung fu in the water.
They gave him a mech suit for underwater. I swear to God. I'm not. Yeah, just the trailer alone, I'm pretty sure they show it.
I'm done. Jason Statham needs to fucking retire.
That motherfucker. I love.
He's like Dwayne Johnson.
And those.
Just playing themselves in every single fucking movie they're ever in. I like
The Rock better just because I liked him before. Statham was the dude who was like on an interview, was like, man, all these Marvel movies are exactly the same. Can't believe they make them. I'm like,
as he's the same character in every movie.
Fucking movies are all the same. You just want to make money, asshole. It's okay. They can make money too.
Look, I get it. I get it. The Rock is the same person in every single movie that he does. But guess what? He's a fucking millionaire. And good for him.
He's doing it. Like,
I don't want him to ruin my fucking DC universe.
He totally was going to too.
That will piss me off if he fucking ruins my shit.
Did you watch Flash yet?
I'm kind of because the lead,
the dude, Miller,
the criminal,
the fucking kidnapper,
that calls himself they. He's a fucking That's what they do when they get in trouble. Oh, I'm a they now. I'm a they, them.
If it was reversed and it was just that he called himself that, or if you want to be a they, totally fine. But you're kidnapping people and punching out like vans.
Grooming children and then kidnapping them as soon as they turn 18.
Fuck, what's that? And he's got away with it basically.
They're parading him around on red carpets. That shit fucking makes me mad. Ew, my hairstyle matches what he wore on the red carpet. I just realized that.
Oh, it kind of does. Oh shit.
No.
You're Ezra Miller now. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
But I will say, I watched The Flash, and it wasn't that bad.
I want to, but I'm like, ugh.
It's the CGI is fucking horrible. It's so bad. But
I hate CGI.
the opening like funny scene is actually funny, and everything that doesn't do with him, like the rest of the plot, is actually really fun. So
Okay.
if you like cut him out of The Flash somehow, you still have an actually pretty good movie.
I guess we'll see.
All right, we're coming to an end. We'll have to like, that's a whole other conspiracy. How is he still allowed to do that when you have like the guy from
Just celebrity criminals.
yeah, that no, right there alone, fuck, that would be solid. All right, people, we're gonna let you go for now. Do me a favor and be sure to watch on Thursday. Watch with us. What are we doing Thursday? We're doing the Babysitter Killer
Yes, sir.
of
We are.
Michigan.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I want you to watch that and know that he could still be out there right now. Could be coming for your children. I don't know.
Spoiler: unsolved.
Unsolved and terrifying. At least the details to me were really gruesome and I didn't care for it. But
well, we will share them with you on Thursday. No show Tuesday.
not
We'll
right
see
now,
you
no.
Thursday.
Yes.
And
I will be leaving Friday so I can make it Thursday for sure. I don't leave until Friday morning
Okay.
for Vegas. Not like last year and the year before. We usually leave on Thursday. And then we learned our lesson because they won't fucking let us in on Friday. So real fun, guys. We showed up, set up 12, or not 12, like 5 interviews for Friday. And we get to the door like, no, media not allowed. Like,
Oh my god.
you motherfuckers. So
Right.
not wasting another night in Vegas.
Yeah, fuck that.
Anyway, I cannot wait. That's gonna be a fun one. I'm glad to get back to some murder, and I really like the idea for the top 10 alien movies. So that's gonna be fun.
All right, absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
All right, goals. We will see you next week.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.